I don't want to say like every other person in fashion, but whenever I think fashion editor, I think the Devil Wears Prada and Meryl Streep. That is probably the most hardcore fashion movie I have ever watched. There are speculations that it was supposed to be, or it is an adaptation of Anna Wintour's life. Anna Wintour is the editor in chief of Vogue, and well, you never know. What if that is true? Anyway, hi everyone, welcome back. I am Ochiko Sapere. If you are new here, this is a page for fashion education. And baby girl, you just entered my shorts. Um, Hi, I am Ochiko Sapere, and this page is all about fashion education. And right now, we are on the jobs in the fashion industry series. This is basically where I speak about jobs that are able to thrive in the Nigerian and African ecosystem. So, um, who exactly is a fashion editor? I mean, fashion editors are basically, should I call them, the project managers of fashion magazines, either in print or online. They are very, very involved with the styling, with the creative direction, and just the overall mood of the magazine. And you can also call them trendsetters because a lot of people view Vogue, for instance, as the Bible, and they use it to determine how they look, the kinds of fashions that they would get involved with, the kind of designers that they would get involved with. Hi. The kind of designers that they would get involved with, even down to skincare. And so far a lot has happened with regards fashion magazines, right? Now there are more niched magazines. An example of one being GQ, that's the Gentleman's Quarterly, that is just basically focused on men's fashion, men's lifestyle, etc. So I made this really cool video to introduce my YouTube right here. And um whilst making it, of course I had like a number of thought processes, one of them being there are no Nigerian fashion mags. I should have spread my wings a bit wider and gone African, considering this is something, or this is going to be talking about jobs that can thrive in the African ecosystem. But hmm, I am just very, very, very much in the know with regards the Nigerian fashion industry, and I would not want to, go outside what I know just to use like mediocre knowledge and whatnot. But lest I digress, a lot of, if not, I don't think there are any fashion magazines per se in Nigeria. Quite a number of them, from Genevieve to Mode Men to these days, they just maybe have like a segment for fashion, but it is not, they are not, about fashion in and of themselves. Although when Genevieve premiered, if that's the word to use, I think they premiered as a fashion and style, magazine. But like a lot of people, I believe they decided to switch, in order to make money. And right now they stand as more of a lifestyle magazine, if that makes any sense to you. However, there is a magazine. I don't know if I should call it a magazine. Yeah, I think I can. it's online. They don't have like in print just yet. Not that I have seen any anyway. And that's Bella Ninja style. Um, Although the head curator calls herself a content creator, or is it a head curator or something, not a fashion editor per se. But I did see a post of hers online where she regarded herself a fashion editor. So okay. My guy, what are you doing? Okay. Let me feel to come and say hi. Come and say hi.
Who's the hi? Why am I saying hi too?
You know I'm shooting a video right now, and you can only be here for like 5 seconds. So this is Galib, this is Farid, this is Famida, my guys. So yeah, thank you. You guys can go now. Okay. So as previously said, fashion editors are basically the people who guide the flow of the fashion magazine. So they are involved with the styling, involved with the creative direction, even down to the writing, publishing, every single thing. Um, I think this can be seen in a scene. Yes, what I did there. This can be seen in a scene by in The Devil Wears Prada, where Meryl Streep is working on a collection, right? Where she roasts that girl that said like cerulean.
Helps for this. Why is no one ready?
Here.
It's a tough call. They're so different.
Something funny?
No. No, nothing's, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me. I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
Yeah. So that should give you more of a in the know with regards what fashion editors do. And if we're talking fashion magazines, I think we all know that Condé Nast rules the world. Condé Nast is a huge organization that houses some of the biggest fashion magazines, the most popular being Vogue. And Vogue is everywhere in the world, from the USA to the UK to Russia. They are everywhere. However, my favorite, I don't say my favorite Vogue, but the one person me of blessed memory that I love so much is Franca Suzani. She was a Vogue editor in chief, and I loved her work so much because she went outside of the norm and she used fashion to talk about real life issues in various sectors of her country, and not just fashion in itself or the entertainment industry. And she was an outstanding woman, an amazing woman. So if you would like to be a fashion editor, like I said, there are not a lot of niched fashion magazines here in Nigeria, I mean, why not take that shot? Because every single day in the music industry, let's use that for example, a lot of collectives are coming out, are a lot of artists are coming together. I mean, you can see that from the likes of Angelo, from you know, the music industry is just going crazy right now, and it's so fantastic to see. So um if you'd like to be a fashion editor, if it's something that you're interested in, if you would like to express your authenticity in various means whilst helping people um, grow, then fashion editing is probably something you should look into. Whilst researching on fashion editing, there was a very interesting um, position that I saw, and that was from Gabriella Carifa Jones. Was it Gabriella Jones Carifa? She is an editor at large as Vogue. I've never heard of that before. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not very much, or I was not very much in sync with the fashion industry in themselves. But one of the things that this series has really helped me to do is do more research, and it has really broadened my horizons and broadened my perspectives. And I think one of the reasons why I have even like tried to stay away from the fashion industry in itself is because, like I said, it's very controlled. Fashion editors, they're like trendsetters, and I just really like my ideas to be original and fresh. And I don't think, at least the last time I checked, um I I don't really know how to keep my work from maybe from being influenced directly or indirectly by another person's work. You feel me? But lest I digress, she's an editor at large, and basically what that post means is they are not restricted to just one. They're not restricted to a box. They are fluid. They can express through any means. They can um, speak through any means, and that is simply fantastic. Like she can do style, or she can do photography, or she can do writing. Basically anything she wants to do, and that is amazing. I mean, wanting being able rather to um do what you want to do without and being and getting paid for it. It's a really great thing. But of course, editors at large are still very much accountable to the editor in chief, right? So yeah, so fashion editing and or fashion editors are, of course, it's a lot of work, as is every other fashion fashion job. Yeah, but I mean, it's worth giving it a shot, don't you think? Anyway, one more thing. So, one more thing. Africa is, um, like I said, fashion magazines are like Bibles in some of these countries, or some of the countries that they thrive in, and it's not the same here for um, we Nigerians, and I think that's because our fashion industry is propelled dominantly by social media. You feel me? And because these much larger countries, in quotes, are constantly churning out work, and I don't know, but if you see there's sort of like a trend, or there was a trend where a lot of the fashion influencers here in Nigeria looked just like the guys abroad. And I mean, they added their own little tweaks to it, but overall, the foundation was based um, off of, the guys outside the country. So if you're looking to express yourself authentically, right, and if you're looking to pave a new way, if you're looking to or if you've noticed this thing and you're looking to gather everyone around in like a sense sort of, fashion editing is definitely something you should consider, right? Being a fashion editor should be something, you should consider, right? Because if there's one thing that we know about our country is we cause ripple effects. It is very, very much present in the fashion or in the music industry, right? So I don't think um, it is limited to just that industry. I believe very, very much that the fashion industry can, also make that happen. And that is um, in the sense that we are ourselves loudly, strongly. Of course, this is not me insinuating that has not already begun, because it has, right? But bringing it down to my generation, right? And based off of the fashions that I see, I believe that we can begin to create and actively promote our own fashions from the foundation itself down to or up to the top, right? If you got here, thank you very much. It's been an amazing time. If you've not watched my previous videos, be sure to do that. I've spoken on fashion history, on being a fashion historian. I've talked about fashion styling. I've talked about he also mentioned, or also suggested books that will enable you propel your fashion careers or your fashion career, and so on and so forth. So yeah, thank you so much for getting to this time. Please do not forget to like, to subscribe, drop a comment if you have anything to say, and more importantly, or most importantly, if you believe this will be beneficial to someone you care about or to anyone at all, which I believe it will, please do well to share. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week, Friday. Speaking of next week, Friday, yeah, I know once upon a time I um mentioned how I was going to be posting on Mondays and Fridays. However, when I began delving deeper into video editing and whatnot, I decided to start posting once a week in order to give myself more time to learn more about video editing, to improve my skill, and for it to be apparent in each video, as well as give you guys enough time to digest what was released previously. So thank you guys so much for getting here. It's been a time. Thank you to everyone who has followed, people who keep coming back. I really appreciate it, and I believe that this is the continuation of something great. So I will see you guys next week, Friday. Bye. Okay. This is kind of a little plug. So today is my friend's birthday, and he released a short film called Naman You Be, about 9 minutes, 30 seconds, I think. He released a short film about bullying, about masculinity, and it is definitely something that you should watch. A lot of um, men that I grew up with, a lot of males that I grew up with, they were not taught, especially in like in the African or the Nigerian setting, men are taught to be emotionless, and this has led to people releasing in different ways and in very negative ways, and this is not putting into consideration the fact that this is actually a ripple effect, because hurt people, right? Now this movie was like really an eye opener, and it touched some spots for me, as someone who um had experienced bullying as well. And you know I just believe that it is something that you should definitely watch, and be sure to share with your loved ones and encourage your family and friends that are guys to, be more expressive, because that's just the human thing to do. Do you get me? That's just human thing to do. So the link will be in my description box below. Be sure to check it out and share with the ones you love. Bye. Thank you.